How's it going, Laser Bruce's up? I'll be Sixkilla and welcome back to Lacuna. It is time to talk to Moore's wife. And she's right here. I didn't realize that. I was running around like, where the hell are we going again? She's right here. Hello, Miss Moore. Oh, it's you again. Hello. Sorry to disturb you a second time, but I need to ask you a few more questions. So you're still after my husband? I told you he's on vacation on Femus. He isn't. We checked the ID scanners in all spaceports on Gara and Femus. He never left the planet. You must have overlooked something. Listen, I love James, but he's just a poor devil. Shouldn't the CDI be taking care of the big fish? James isn't one of them. I think you're underestimating your husband. He might be about to make a grave mistake. Did you see the Liberators video yesterday? It was hard to miss, yeah. We have reason to believe that your husband is affiliated with them. Seriously? That's what you come up with? He might have sold drugs or started a fight once or twice, but this is completely out of his league. We did some research and it seems like your husband has a strong motive. Your husband is being paid for the attack, and he needs the money for your medication. It's true that I suffer from a lung condition, but we've always managed... If he carries out this attack and we catch him, he goes to prison for life. If we get him before, the sentence will be significantly less severe. Did you also find out how I got my condition? Yes. I was a miner at the Millex mining on Femus. Turns out that I was inhaling harmful gases for months every day. The bosses knew about it, but the money was too good. Hundreds of people's lungs were irreversibly damaged, and you know what? Millex got away with it. They were cleared of all charges. I saw that. No compensation at all. We have to pay for our medication ourselves. Why are you going after my husband and not after people like them? I'm really sorry that that happened to you, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. What we can do is stop your husband from doing something really stupid. We have reason to believe that he is involved in an imminent terror attack. If there is anything you didn't tell me, I need to know right now. What happens if you're right and you catch him? You'll probably go to prison for a few years, but it would be much worse if we caught him after the fact. I saw a message on his cell before he left. It was a booking confirmation from a hotel, but it wasn't on Femus. It was the Korean hotel here on Gara. I thought he might be cheating on me. He booked it until tomorrow. Thank you, Miss Moore. You've been very helpful. Promise me he won't get hurt. He's an idiot, but he's a good guy. Please, I need him. I promise to do my best. That's all I can do. Listen, I'm pregnant. If he's about to do something stupid, remind him of our unborn son. That'll make him consider his decisions. I will. Thank you for your help.
The Korean Hotel. I didn't even need to look that up. It was directly next to the Grand Church at Korean Square, one of the most important houses of prayer for Saviants here on Gara. It probably would be crowded with believers and tourists tomorrow morning. No doubt it was the Liberator's next target. The rush of making progress in the case only lasted a few moments, until I realized that now I had to make a tough decision. If I told Zora about the target, I couldn't tell the CDI, and vice versa.
Fuck. I don't want to help Zora. What if I tell her and then a big terror attack happens and it kills hundreds of people? What the fuck do I do then? Hey. Fuck. You startled me. What do you want? Check in with how your investigation is going, but not here. Too crowded. Follow me. Come on. I know a spot. Why don't we just threaten to kill her if she doesn't release them? We'll keep her hostage and say, release our daughter, otherwise we'll kill her. And then we'll start chopping bits off her and sending it back in the post, you know. Mafia style. This is better. The hell are you doing here? You following me? I told you I'd get back to you. Anything new on our client, or what they're planning to do next? No? Not yet, I'm still working on it. Are you sure there's nothing you want to tell me? I'm sure. That's disappointing. I need some results if I'm going to protect your daughter. We're making good progress. I'll have something for you soon, okay? I hope so. You want a beer? No, fuck you. A beer? Are you out of your mind? What? You think I poisoned it or something? I thought you said humans were good. Have a little faith. I'm not drinking it. Hey, listen. You know, I thought about what you said. I don't think I'm good, or ever have been, but I will say this. I talked to your daughter today. She's a good kid. I do not like the prospect of her getting hurt. So please, don't mess up. How can you... Then get her out of there, please. Well, my boss won't let that happen. It's all in your hands. If you don't find anything about the next target soon, we will need your help with the hack. The back door was set up successfully from your cell. Now let's hope we won't have to use it. I have to admit, that was pretty ballsy of you to protect your partner like that. You could even call it selfless. I don't think there's such a thing. No matter what you tell yourself, at the end of the day, you do what you do for your own gain. Sometimes it's a few layers removed, but in the end, it's all selfishness with a few extra steps. I disagree, entirely. This is just a convenient way to justify the fucked up things that you do. Nihilism can be used as a shield, just like faith. It's convenient to say nothing matters because it makes being in this world hurt a little less. But even you don't like the thought of harming Laura, do you? I think you're doing your best to ignore your conscience. You'll have to face it at some point. Not if I die first. Well, this has been fun. Break is over. I have some business to take care of. I'll check in again soon. I don't want to help them. How many people are going to get hurt if I do help them? Like, I don't want to say I want to say that I mean, fuck. Conrad, how'd it go? Any news from Moore's wife? I think I found out about the next attack. What, really? Shit, that's good news, Conrad. Pretty sure it'll go down at Korean Church, and that Moore's the one carrying it out. A Savian Church, huh? Sounds like a match. I'll send a message to our squad. They have to prepare an intervention unit as soon as possible. I'll meet you at the church. Talk to you later. I really don't want to get my daughter killed, but I also don't want to sacrifice hundreds or thousands of lives, or even cause a war that could cost millions of lives to save one person. I don't know what to do. This is a genuine fucking moral quandary. I don't know what to do. Like, doing the right thing would be to stop the terrorism happening at any cost, right? But she's your daughter, you know? Fucking hell. Alright. Maybe we're just gonna have to leak little bits of information to the bastards and little bits of information to the CDI and just hope the CDI are faster and smarter and get there first. You know? Ah, there's Conrad. Okay. Let's talk this through one more time. We believe that Moore will try to get in this temple tonight. We don't know exactly what he's up to, but he'll probably be armed. The temple is closed during the night, so there won't be any civilians in there. The guard was replaced by one of our agents. If Moore tries to get in through the front door, he'll let him in without resistance. Our top priority is to catch Moore red-handed and prevent him from doing anything stupid. Deadly fire is authorized, but we should do everything to get him alive. Maybe he has some helpful intel for us. Yeah, alive's always better. Conrad, you looked into Moore. If we confront him, you do the talking. Be careful, everyone. As I said, we don't know exactly what we're dealing with. There are agents dispersed all around this square. If Moore tries to run, Gary, we just saw the target sneak in through the back door of the temple. He's carrying a package. We couldn't see any details, but could very well be explosives. Alright guys, it's on. Let's do this. Conrad, take the lead. Let's go. Man, my hair is so awesome. I love how the front of it bounces as I walk. Good luck, agents. Man, we look like badasses right now. Where is he? I don't see anyone. I thought he just snuck in. Where the fuck is he? Looks like nobody's home. There's a staircase back here. Let's check it out. Kumar, you come with us. The rest of you stay here. If you hear commotion, come back us up. Let's go. Did we get him? Oh yeah, it's a bomb, alright. Mr. Moore, this is the CDI. This building is surrounded. Slowly raise your hands. What shit? What do you want from me? I didn't do anything. You was currently setting a bomb while you're talking to us. You're still going. You're still setting it. This is over, Mr. Moore. I need you to raise your hands now. I have a bomb here. If you come any closer, I'll pull the trigger. You'll be shot before you move your finger. Your only chance to make it out of here alive is to cooperate. Listen, I'm just following orders. This is your last chance to comply. Drop the bomb or we'll open fire. Stay away from here or I'll blow us all up. Think of your unborn child. I'm sure you're going to meet your child one day. How do you know? Did she tell you? If you don't want your kid to grow up without a father, you have to drop the bomb now. Thank you, you did the right thing. Very good. Turn around so we can cuff you. Take it easy. We'll accompany you to our HQ. Oh, that went well. That went well. Good work, everybody. Good work. Nicely done. Hopefully it doesn't get Laura killed. But nicely done anyway. Let's revel in the goodness here. Ah, we're home again. Guess we'll go see Kat. She's gonna be so mad at us. It's not really our fault, but it also kind of is. It's our fault by circumstance, but it's not directly our fault. That's why I said if I was an agent like this, I don't think I could ever have children. I couldn't feel comfortable. I'd be too scared something would happen to them. Neil, anything new? No. Shit. I'm so scared. What if those people are lying to you? What if they never planned on letting her go? I've talked to them. They assured me they're only after the data. They'll keep their word, okay? Tell you what. If we don't have it back by tomorrow, I'll come clean and ask CDI for help. Okay, yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Hey, Neil. I'm glad I'm not alone in this. Same. I kind of missed talking to you these last few years. I'm so sorry I didn't spend more time with you and Laura. I just couldn't. It hurt. I know how selfish that sounds, and it is. It sucks. No, I understand. I can relate. I always asked you to take care of Laura more, but sometimes I felt like doing it by myself was easier than seeing you again and again. We'll hug her. Going through a hard time right now. I'll get home and catch some sleep. See you tomorrow. Okay, see you. Jeez. I feel like this is gonna go balls up. This is gonna go tits up all over the place, and it's gonna be bad for everyone. Because I'm gonna make stupid decisions, because that's what I do. Hey Saito, what is it? Hey Neil, I got good news. Our IT department finally managed to retrieve some of the data Cox was trying to destroy. Most of it are bills and contracts that aren't important for our case. Still pretty illegal though. But they also found a message that caught my eye. Like the one to Gonzalez, it was sent via the Mercurius network. Pretty sure it comes from whoever is behind the Liberators. I'll forward it to your cell. Good work, Saito. I'll have a look at it tomorrow morning. Need to catch some sleep first. I have even more good news. Young wants to talk to you as well. Hey Neil. I ran an analysis on the bomb Moore was trying to place in Korean Church. This kind of explosive is usually used in mining. People outside that sector don't have access to this compound. So the odds are high that the Liberators have ties to the mining business. Exactly. Sounds like we're finally making headway in our investigation. See you tomorrow. Well, that means if we go to our sheets, the data... No, not the data. The Liberators. Oh, it's already on mining. Yeah, well, it'll be the mining sector. Oh, we got this email. We'll read this too. Hello, this is Ed again. Did you answer my last message? I had trouble with my cell. It got wet. Please send me the message again. I need my old birth back. I'm just going to be nagged by him for the rest of the day. For the rest of my life. Albert, it's been a while since we last talked. I hope you're doing well. First, I'd like to thank you for your good work over the years. I'm glad that a fellow Drovian is taking care of securing the Telanium transports on Gara. Second, I have a proposal to make. Since our cooperation has been going so well, I thought we could extend it a little. I could use your help with an operation I've been planning for a few years now. It doesn't come without risk, but I can assure you that the payment will be good. And, even more importantly, that the mission promises a bright future for both our companies, and revenge for what happened to your parents. Let me know if you're interested. Yours, A. Millex, mind the future. Oh. Sorry, I was reading the billboard. Is that what Telanium looks like? It's that purple shit.
You may be asking yourself how I remained functional throughout all of this. How I didn't just collapse under the pressure and the looming prospect of losing my daughter forever. I think the truth is that over the years, I had gotten really, really good at tuning out the voice that always tormented me, that had always told me horrible shit. This was just adding to it. More to repress, more bubbling beneath the surface. Maybe if it had gone on for long enough, I would have imploded sooner or later.
Oh, great. She's here again? Can you piss off out of my room, bitch? There you are. Zora, what is it this time? Well, What the fuck was that at the church? You're lucky my boss wasn't there. I couldn't let you do this, okay? We caught the guy and are questioning him right now. I'll tell you everything. I don't think he knows much. His boss, Albert Cox, he's the bigger fish. He fired at my partner and me when we tried to arrest him. That doesn't change the fact that you were supposed to let us intercept that attack. I told you that it would have consequences for Laura if you didn't cooperate. We didn't tell the boss. She shouldn't have to suffer more because you're incompetent. We're willing to give you one last chance. We'll have to rely on the back door to the CDI network after all. Taking the data back seems to be the best way to get our money right now. But we need your help to go through with it. Here's how this will go. At 7 o'clock tonight, our hackers will commence the attack. But it will only work if we have someone who is physically at the CDI computer at that time. A new user named 4x458 will pop up and request admin privileges that you'll have to grant. Zora, I have no idea what that means or how it works. I don't even know if my account can do that. I was afraid you'd say that. I guess you'll have to ask a system administrator to help you out. How do you think that'll go? Hey IT, could you help me invite some hackers into our network? Isn't there someone on your team you could ask? Someone who'll believe you if you tell them you're doing the right thing? You know you're talking about Saito. I can't, what if he says no? That's for you to figure out, you're a good talker. Force him if you have to. Once we're in, we don't have much time until we're kicked from the system automatically. We'll have mere seconds to navigate to the right folder. In order to make it in time, we need to have an idea where to find the data, for which, in turn, we'll have to know what the data is about, and that's your job to find out. How's that sheet going I sent you? I'm making progress, but I'm not sure if I have all the information I need. Then hurry up. You have to submit it by 1900, so that we can start the hack. I don't know what to say. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not asking you this time. If you're not cooperating now, this is it for Laura. I'm sorry. I'll call you once you've sent me the sheet. Make sure you're on a CDI computer with your friend to let us in. Put the data on a stick and hand it to us at 11 tonight. I'm sending you the coordinates to our meeting spot. It's a bit further out, so make sure you're on your way in time. If we get the data tonight, I promise you have Laura back tomorrow. It'll be the last thing we ask of you. How am I supposed to believe you'll let Laura go? You can't know. You'll have to take my word for it. If I drag Saito into this and he tells anyone, I'll lose my job. I'll probably go to prison. Throw me a bone. I need to know she'll be fine if I do this. Tell me it makes a difference to you. It can't mean nothing to you to take a young life. It isn't up to me. You keep saying that, but isn't it really? Do you have zero control over what happens? If you could do something, please tell me it isn't all the same to you if she lives or dies. Do what I say and she'll live, okay? But what if things go south? If Saito won't help me? If we don't have the right folder? You keep dodging the question. Tell me a human life has some value to you. It would end at some point anyway. Oh, give me a break. Everything's so easy if nothing means anything. I put everything on the line to protect the life of a criminal. Letting Laura go unharmed will cost you nothing in comparison. Whatever, your badge and your gun betray you. You're a murderer like me. You're wrong about that. There's only one person whose death I'm directly responsible for. And you know what? It fucks me up. It's been years and it still fucks me up. Is that so? I was chasing down a perp in a car, lost control and crashed into a building. The woman inside was dead on the spot, so quickly that she couldn't feel any pain or fear. That's what they said to me. And they didn't put you away for it? No. No, they didn't. Look, most people are garbage. There's a good chance the world is better off without you. What about you? How would you classify yourself then? Oh, definitely garbage. Wouldn't you agree that the world would be better off without most people in it? No. I don't agree. Human life has an inherent value, and a bad person can always change. I've said what I came here to say. You know what needs to be done. Zora, this is gonna go very badly. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Like, if all that happens is I go to jail and we get Laura out, I can live with that. If we lose our job and go to jail, that's fine.
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling for a while. Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura go.
Well, submit the sheet. Alright, I guess I'll have to cut here because I don't know if we have the information we need for this. Oh my god, he's just gonna bug us forever. This sheet, the Liberators. The name of the company behind the Liberators is, they are based on, they belong to the mining sector and they specialize in something. Alright, I'll cut here. I'll do some searching, some digging through what we've got, and I'll see if I can figure something out. Fellow Drovian. Well, there you go. That means Drovia is correct. Mining is correct. We need to know the name of the company, which is probably Millex, and what sector they specialize in. That's all we need now. So, specializing in Telanium, right? Is Telanium an option? Yeah, Telanium. Didn't we have a list of companies? Ah, here we go, here we go. So we need something that's Drovia, mining, and Telanium. If I'm correct, and it's Drovia, mining, specializing in Telanium, the only company it can be is Dyson Enterprises. I'm scared that this is wrong though. I think this is correct. Dyson, Drovia, mining, Telanium. Fingers crossed.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him.
And his name starts with A.
I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all. It was Drovians, Saviants, hired guns, and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish? Stir up enough trouble to force the solar system into a war? I had talked to Dyson the morning after Banny's death. He was still in Gara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him. But maybe we could have a chat first. Just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Make it sound innocuous. Hello? Morning, Mr. Dyson. This is Neil Conrad with the CDI. Ah, Agent Conrad, how can I help you? There's something I'd like to talk to you about in person. Can we meet on the train that stops at Louisville in half an hour? I have an important call in 10 minutes. Can we make the appointment for tonight? This can't wait. If you insist, I'll tell my secretary to delay my call. Thanks, see you in a bit. This is about to go cray-cray. But if we can get to him, we can force them to release Laura. If we can take the leader, right? We'll trade. Your leader for Laura. What did we just get? Email. Good morning, Conrad. I'm taking a walk in the little park near your place this morning. You know the one? Once you leave the elevator, just keep going straight past the fountain. I'll be sitting down for a coffee near the gazebo. Come around if you want to join me. I'll be here for another hour or two. Best, Liam Campbell. Nice, our boss is out there. Is he finished now? Was yesterday's last day? The days are really complicated. They seem to come and go. You know? It's all over the place. Wait, where is he? Oh, there he is. Morning, Chief. Morning, Conrad. It's Campbell now. Right, you wanted to talk to me? I need you to give me your word that you won't tell anyone about our meeting today. Okay, you have my word. You're an excellent investigator, Conrad. You found out that the sniper shot at Benny from the Sakura Hotel. You have a sharp mind. You identified the bartender at the hotel as the one who helped Diaz escape. You found the sniper's boat in the harbour. That helped us track him down and retrace his escape. And you determined who started the Liberators video at AdSpot. That's why we could go after Moore and Cox so quickly. Do you know what makes you so good at your job? You question just about anything. In all my years at the CDI, I've never met a bigger skeptic than you. but that also makes your life harder if you want to climb the ranks as a CDI. However, if that doesn't concern you, you might want to have a closer look at the Sector 2 incident. I don't know exactly what it is they're trying to hide. The data they're so desperately protecting has something to do with it. Who? Who was hiding something? The AG for sure. Maybe just her. I think something happened back then when she was the director of the CDI. She's been acting strange. The sudden decision to arrest Cox when she heard his name was the last straw. One more thing, Conrad. There was a security alert in the database. Some unauthorized connection from your cell. Whatever it was you're trying to do. I took the liberty of dismissing the alert. There's no more record of it. I have to go now. This will be the first evening without work I've had in a while. Thank you for meeting me. Oh, he's such a good man. He's a good man. It's a travesty that they fired him. You could tell he really, really just wanted to make a difference, you know? It's a shame. It's a shame.
My heart was pounding. Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath. At least I had a little time to think about what to say to him if he showed up.
What are we gonna say? Do I just want to come out with it? I mean, we can arrest him on the spot anyway, right? We can arrest him on the spot. This place is fucking huge. I haven't been down this part yet. What's in here? Don't know, it's broken. We're going to arrest him anyway as soon as we're done talking to him, aren't we? At least that's what I presume. Here we go. I just wanted to check out what was down there. Mr. Dyson. Good evening, Agent Conrad. This is an interesting setting for a chat. Let's get straight to the point. I have sufficient proof that you're part of or even all of the Liberators. That's a big accusation to throw around. What proof would that be? I know you hired mercenaries to kill Banny and to steal some data from the Chief's cell. You also instructed Cox to broadcast the Liberator's message and to bomb Korean Church. If there's anything else going on that endangers people's lives, you need to tell me right now. If you're so sure of all that, why didn't the CDI just arrest me? I want to know why you did it. You're a Savian from Drovia. What's more, your company suffers financially from operating inside an unfree colony. You have all the reason to support Drovian independence. I do support Drovian independence, but not for economic reasons. Don't you think that the status quo is unacceptable in a modern society? Gara forces us to hand over all the fruits of our labor like we live in feudal times, only to resell it at an incredible profit. Your planet exploits and enslaves my people for its own financial gain. If that's how you see it, why did you create an anti-Savian, anti-emancipation terrorist group? All Drovia needs to finally explode is a spark. I provided just that. Did you read the news today? Drovian resistance against its oppressors has never been stronger. So you admit it, you did it to lend momentum and legitimacy to a Savian revolution. To push public opinion on Drovia to a point where a secession war seems inevitable. But they were already negotiating. Why didn't you just support Banny on the summit? Joseph was in no position to change things. The whole summit was a big dog and pony show. History teaches us that you can't obtain independence the peaceful way. If you want it, you take it. And a war is worth it for you, especially considering that Drovia is unlikely to win. If a war is what it takes, we have to try. Besides, New Duran will take our side if any. You know, I'm not really buying your man of the people spiel. This is all about your company's bottom line. Think of me any way you want, it doesn't matter. The way I see it, I'm using my influence and money to fight for the right cause. Don't you think thousands of innocent lives are a prohibitively high price to pay? It's interesting that you bring that up, being a CDI agent yourself. What are you talking about? The data I've been wanting to get my hands on, did you have a look at it? No. It contains classified information about the Sector 2 incident, which also cost thousands of innocent lives. But just as importantly, Savians lost the right to a self-governed colony on Drovia. Gara cited a charter that had made up itself and launched an independent investigation, which identified major construction and security flaws as cause of the disaster. I'm familiar with the incident. What are you getting at? Those backward Savians don't believe in real science, so they don't know how to build a safe colony. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? What if I told you that the colony was sabotaged by Gara? Don't be ridiculous. The operation was launched out of fear and greed. A Savian colony on the biggest Telanium source in the system, free to trade with New Duran. Losing the Telanium race could have meant losing supremacy over the solar system at the time. They couldn't allow that to happen. Who? Who were you talking about? A number of politicians and other elites, and of course the CDI as their executive force. Your Attorney General, Amelia Thorne. She was the director of the CDI at the time. So before you judge me, look at the people you work for and what they did. Yeah, but I'm not the people I work for. I'm my own man, motherfucker. I know so many people who died or lost someone in the incident. So many more who lost their livelihoods. No, this is too big. So many people would have to stay quiet for it to stay a secret for so long. Well, it will come out, and not that many people know. Who knows at the CDI? Does Gary know? The chief? The director? Everybody involved is retired now, except Miss Thorne. But some people must know. There are records of it. They will see the light of day soon enough. I know that the mercenaries you hired are working on getting them back. They abducted my daughter and blackmailed me into helping them. I'm sorry to hear that. They did not act on my behalf when they took your daughter. Listen, Mr. Dyson. I have to arrest you. That's all I needed to hear. Please put your hands out so I can cuff you. Doesn't make much of a difference if you arrest me. I might have to do some time, but I have the best lawyers in the system. What I care about is that the data becomes public. Get it, and the mercenaries will be paid. Once they send it over, it will get leaked. Even if I am in prison, I have people making sure of that. Doesn't matter what you care about, I want my daughter back. Pay them. Now. I would consider it, but I missed the window. The transaction expired. I see. You're still under arrest. You're getting off the train with me at the next stop. I can't let you get away with this. But until we arrive, I have some final questions. Tell me. What do you know about Laura's abductors? Not much, to be honest. You probably figured out most of it already. They're a secret group of mercenaries, and they run big operations in the whole solar system. If you want a higher profile job done, you go to them. Where's their HQ, and where are they keeping my daughter? I don't know, they're very secretive. They only meet you in public places, or they come to you. I see. Tell me. Why does Cox help you? I imagine bombing a church isn't something you can just pay any security company to do. Albert's parents were old friends of mine. Their company was in charge of security at Sector 2. They went bankrupt after the explosions. Some people put the blame on the incident on them. They're getting death threats to this day. I supported them and their son financially. As you can imagine, Cox has every reason to want revenge for what Gara did to his family. Why work with the mercenaries when you already had Cox's guys to do your dirty work? Parts of the plan were out of his wheelhouse. I see. That's all for now. We'll get off at the next stop. I'll inform my colleagues that we're coming. Even though we are arresting him, I do agree that the information needs to go public. So I will let them hack in and take the information. If they're going to send it public. That's the kind of information that should be public. Although I don't really want a war to start. Hey Conrad, are you sure about this? I am. Alright then, good job. I got this. Gary wanted to talk to you, he's inside. You're waiting here with us, Mr. Dyson. Alright. What's the 411, Gary? Am I in trouble now? But that information... I don't know, man. If the government did something like that... Isn't that Gary there? If the government did something like that, the people need to know about it. The people have to know. Wait, where the fuck is... Is Gary in this office up here now? No, not this way. This way. Jesus Christ, why is this building built the way it is? Wait. I'm confused. Where the fuck is Gary? That was Gary. Maybe I just don't have my thing turned on. Yeah, I didn't have my thing turned on. I'm being a dumb. Hey. Shit, Conrad, you really found the mastermind behind the Liberators. Finally some good news. I just hope this whole shit show is over now. Why did Dyson do it? It's kind of a long story. He's trying to escalate the situation between our planets. I see. Let's talk about it in detail later. Preventing last night's attack was a great victory as well. You did a good job. Thanks. It's a good start to my time as chief, isn't it? Well, acting chief, but yeah. I have a meeting with the press in a few minutes. We brought Moore in for questioning. He's waiting in the basement. You should go talk to him, see if he knows something we don't. Roger that. Guess we're gonna go do that then. Yo. This is Evelyn Moore. I heard about James. I'm glad that he's alive. The fact that we caught him in time will certainly improve his chances in court. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but it could have been so much worse. Thank you. I wish you good luck with your case. Thanks, Evelyn. I told you I would try not to let him get hurt. We did our due diligence. Morning, Mr. Moore. I'd like to ask you some questions about the bomb attack. Who gave you your instructions? It was Mr. Cox. He offered me money. I didn't know what I was getting into, I swear. What exactly did Cox tell you? Not much. He handed me the device to do the hack at AdSpot, and he told me where to place the bomb. How did he procure the explosives? I don't know, they're not part of our equipment. He must have got it from someone else. From whom? I don't know. I don't know, okay? I see. Why did you do it? My wife was sick, I needed the money. It was all about paying the bills. And... yes? I was told that the whole thing was a chance to get back at Millex for what they did to my wife. Get back at Millex? How so? I don't know any details, I swear. I wasn't allowed to ask questions. This is all. I'm so afraid that Evelyn will hate me. I see. That's all for now. What will happen to me now? That's for the judges to decide. You'll have to go to prison for a while, but the fact that you didn't carry out your attack will certainly reduce your penalty. Shit. Shit indeed.
I was supposed to write a report on my findings in the Liberator's case, but I wasn't able to concentrate for even a second. First, I needed to wait for my colleagues to go home to be alone with Saito. He always worked late. But then what? What if he refused to help me? The idea of having to force him was devastating. He was my friend, after all. When I finally managed not to think about it anymore, a much more dire thought crept up on me. Laura might die tonight. And if she did, it would be my fault.
Fuck. Submit the sheet. Whoops. The data. The Sector 2 incident. 1800. Was on Drovia, wasn't it? Well, I'm not going to submit this yet because we're going to wrap this episode up because we're out of time for this one. But this is it. I think we should let that information go public though. Even if it does cause a war. It's something that the people need to know about. I'd rather it didn't cause a war. But government shouldn't be able to get away with doing unscrupulous shit like that and then hiding it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me and I'll see you in the next one.